this book, but it looks dirty.
Oh? You had my attention, but now you've piqued my curiosity.
Come on, Ulfer. We're going on another adventure.
I want to study that just a little longer.
How long are we going to stay in the town of this time?
Drink it in, pal. That's how failure tastes.
I'm going to need you to roll for initiative.
I'll make a note of it.
How much is it worth to you?
I have my spoons. Will that work?
Trying to kill me with my own designs? That was just the first draft. Shall I show you the rest?
I swear, if I get blown up one more time,
I will avenge Kira's death. And then I'm going to rebuild the Alfheim Rangers.
Oh, look! I found a mushroom.
Question is, do I have to wear pants?
Oh, you can certainly try.
If reckless shenanigans got us into this mess, then why couldn't they get us out?
I don't understand what they're doing in this book, but it looks dirty.
Oh? You had my attention, but now you've piqued my curiosity.
Come on, Ulfer. We're going on another adventure.
I want to study that just a little longer.
How long are we going to stay in the town this time?
What? Can we just start the game, please? Thanks.
I like that we
When
skipped
have
the
I
goblin
ever
hunter.
done anything lewd?
Hold on a minute.
Oh, he's about to just pull up a whole
You're
list.
live, so I hope you don't.
I don't-
in his
I don't
DM
care.
notes.
I don't care. I
It's in
don't
his
care.
DM
Hold
notes.
on a second.
Hi guys, welcome to the shenanigans once again.
We're already mid-argument.
Already.
We have already default.
Where is the fucking... Because if it's not in here, I know where it's at. The picture he sent me of the fucking goblin he wanted.
Oh, no, we know. No.
Yes, but I'm sending him the receipts because that man was like, when have I done anything lewd? Hold on a minute.
We know.
Even Tide's like, no.
We don't need to do that right now.
Yeah, we can start with Twitch. We can start with.
And that goblin was not that lewd.
No, it wasn't, but still. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello. Oh wait, you can't see me.
However, on another note, Del, did you look up and see where War stepped forward to be a noble and all that? Did you ever look that up?
It says Tide is live, but I just have the splash screen when she's... Hold on.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're
No,
live.
it says live next to your name, like on the mod view, but it doesn't show the screen. I did. It's the same thing. Hold on, I'm just gonna kill all the browsers and whatnot.
Hello for the 4 whole years of shenanigans.
No, because I can see Rise screen from here, and we're like everything's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's me.
It's always
Definitely you, bro.
I fucking hate all of you so much. Jesus
He really doesn't.
Christ.
Why do you DM for us again?
Because I hate myself.
This is self-torture.
Is this kind of like priests who whip themselves?
Everyone played that part in Baldur's Gate.
Nope, not everybody.
For real? You did?
You did it?
You just-
you get like a major buff from it.
No.
Yeah, you get a buff, bro. I spanked it like crazy. You kidding me?
You're not supposed to tell us what you did after.
After?
Yes, I went and found it where it said that you stepped forward toilet. Sorry, it's working now.
All right. So where to start?
Well, last we left off, you guys had gone to the party and come back and had gone to bed shortly after said party. So the next day, is where we're going to start. The day after the party. The day after all of you got to wear the fanciest clothes you've ever worn.
Which
Yeah,
reminds
the
me.
fanciest ones I've ever worn for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm keeping the outfit.
Which reminds
Oh,
me.
I am too.
You guys can choose which one you want as your background right now, but you can see that Drew's is up there. Let me put the rest of them up there.
Sorry, just having a chat with a couple of my roommates and one of our mascots who's working the roadshow with us.
I have Bardcore
Did-
playing.
Did Drew ever get a chance to see his character?
I said it to him.
I did. I was able to get on for a little bit last week, but I had to work
we saw you
last
in
weekend,
chat.
so I only had a little bit of
we saw
time.
you in chat.
So, the next morning, all of you are awoken by the various maids, butlers, and servants of this place that you're staying, and notified, 1, that breakfast is ready, and 2, that you need to get ready because you do have to go back to the Horned Queen's building, her capital building, as you will, to get the final paperwork done. You know, some of you have, like, letters and shit that's stamped and all that fun stuff.
Bureaucracy, yay!
Paperwork day!
You said some of you, though, right?
All of you are required to go, is what they tell you.
Tarek
Who else
does
is gonna
something.
rug the papers?
Tarek
Is every-
did something very similar to that. Not quite that, but just like.
I imagine Lysander has slightly more paperwork to do than the rest of them.
All of you have about the same amount of paperwork, just to get your stuff from the...
You know, Lysander's first time to ability.
It's perfectly fine. I'll fill out Lysander's paperwork for him. Don't worry about it.
Lysander's perfectly capable of filling out his own paperwork. Thank you very much.
So, after you all eat breakfast, you are escorted to the Capitol building, unless anybody has any objections.
Objection.
Okay.
Overruled.
I don't really have one.
Overruled. Moving on.
I have. It's playing All Star right now, but in Bardcore. I have Bardcore playing right now.
Which is a perfect song for Ward to entry into the building.
I know.
Bardcore? What the fuck?
You never heard
Is it a-
Bardcore?
It's a playlist?
They have their own. Yeah, if you click on, you put in Bardcore, it'll be the top one. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. you just let
Bardcore
it play.
All Star.
It'll play all of them if you click on the top one. It'll just go down the list.
Alright, done. Let's see.
Basically, Del, think of 90s and 2000s pop music
In
played
Bard
by
style, yeah.
played at a Ren Fair.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna see how much this ruins my brain. Alright, so...
Is it loud enough for you guys to hear it? Or
No,
no?
No, I'm playing it.
I don't.
Oh, okay. It should be loud.
Snowy, you were not given a choice, by the way.
Fucking fine.
So y'all are escorted to there. Most of the folks that you guys met yesterday are there for the presenting of this final stuff. It seems like this is a normal multiple day affair.
Are any of the maids or workers goblins?
Oh
No.
my
No.
god.
No, they are not. During this time period, you guys are basically walked up to Her Grace, and she gives a small speech about new nobles and what is expected of them. The general, like, take care of your people, don't overtax them, yada yada yada. And
Yeah, don't throw them in dungeons and torture them
Yeah.
to death. And...
each of you are given a stamped piece of paper. For those of you that didn't step forward, you're basically given a stamped piece of paper that's appears to be just like a note from the Horned Queen that's like, you were of service.
You're cool.
and the token and whatnot. Those of you that step forward are given new paperwork that effectively is written word that you are now a count of the principality and have control over Ekrend.
He's not playing
She does
Cher
mention
right now.
what?
He's playing Sweet Dreams from Cher.
There is she does mention to y'all privately as much as she can that should you like to change the name of the small town, you can.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I like Darkwind. It's not up to me though. I'm not one of the people that stepped forward.
But after that, the assembled populace is released, and there's some clapping, and you guys are free to mingle or leave and go wander the town or the city if you would like.
Can
last Andy will do a little more power mingling this week.
Okay.
Totally, can you have, because Rye's watching the stream, right? Can she let you know if the music's too loud?
I would maybe turn it down just a little bit.
It's smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge. See, because like with me, it's perfectly fine. I can hear my voice fine, but with you, Tide, you're a little, you don't have the deep voice in your soft.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can have the dulcet tones of Tide singing now.
Tarek will try to see if Baron Skeggy is there
Your best new friend?
to talk things about. Bond a little bit more.
Okay. All right. So,
I'm going to town.
Me too.
On what?
all right. So, Tarek is going to go, fangirl with his new best friend.
Did we just become best
And
friends?
Did we become his friends? Squealing, flapping arms.
Did they bite? Did either of them bite? You got that, okay.
So, who said they're going to town? Was Willow and
Four,
Me.
I think.
Okay. Can both of you roll perception checks?
Not a perception.
Already?
Yes.
Not performance to see if she skips down the trail.
18.
No.
Your
All right.
first day as nobility guide, you're gonna get.
I am so down to skip on the way there, Tide.
Right?
So Drew, LD, and Rug, what are y'all doing?
Writing notes.
LD is going to not actively look for, but he's going to keep an eye out for a very specific woman.
All right, go ahead and roll perception. Aside from notes, Blue, what is Rug doing?
So we're just free to do anything, right?
Yep, you are free to wander about the city.
Eventually, I'll go take care of that shopping list I gave you, Dale, but I'm only gonna get one of the 5th level potions.
Okay.
Is that older soldier lady still around?
Rhiannon? The Archduchess?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's there.
Okay, cool. I'd like to go talk to her for a moment.
Okay. All right. So we will get to... We'll do the two that are leaving, right? Because you guys have to walk to where you're going. 18 and 14. Okay. All right.
Shit.
I'm just gonna type this to y'all, actually. So let's see.
What is
LD?
what is Drew doing? We didn't
Drew,
ask that.
Drew, did you decide what you're doing?
I don't really know enough about what's actually going on right now.
Well, right
free
now,
to do whatever.
Yeah, now you're free to wander about the capital city.
All right, then I'm going to see if I can find a mage tower that will allow me access to anything.
Okay.
More books.
Yes. Yes.
And fucking Bardcore.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Okay.
I could just melt Bell's brain by sending him the Tavern Dance song again.
What do you think I have playing?
Is this what you're
Come on now.
It's lived in your head rent
It's
free
lived
the
in
whole
my
time.
head for like a week and a half. Yeah.
Which one?
Tavern Dance.
Tavern Dance from Bardify.
It's all he's ever wanted.
I mean, the only thing that's been living in my head rent free for the last couple of days has been Helldivers. Everything Helldivers.
So LD, during your look around, you do see the individual you're looking for, as well as Heidi.
Ooh.
Who dat?
You'll find out
Are you
eventually.
eating their crayons? Now? It took you that long to eat your crayons?
That's a big box of crayons. What are you talking about?
Oh, I could go through that in a fucking day.
Don't give me any ideas.
I'm savoring them.
He's enjoying the waxy sourness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Drew's thing he just put makes me laugh. The
All right.
emote, because the song is playing right now.
All right. So, what is Ellie doing when he sees those two?
What are each of them doing?
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Are they together or are they?
No.
by themselves?
They are separate. Heidi is mingling, and your flirty friend is. She looks like she's having a serious discussion with somebody.
Ooh.
Let's go a little bit closer to the flirty friend, but not walk up to her yet. So let's listen in on this conversation.
Okay. Now I need you to roll another perception check. This will be a higher DC to see if you can hear what they're talking about. Because you have people wandering around talking all around you.
I'll roll this with the. Let's roll this with the mug.
Where did I'm writing where everyone went. Where did Warg go?
War's with you.
And Rug.
Rug's
Shit,
not.
that was an-
Rug
that was an
stayed to talk to Rhiannon.
Rhiannon.
Yep.
That was an
last
eight.
time just doing some general smooching.
You said
That was an
8?
18 plus 7.
18 plus 7. You managed to pick out words. It's hard to get everything because everybody around you is talking. But she seems to be having a subtle argument with this individual about money or something.
Interesting.
Tide, check your messages.
Okay, a second.
Yeah, this will probably make it easier for me.
Is there any drinks around, or is this just
no.
talking?
This is people talking as like people are also funneling out, right? This is kind of the all right, we're done. Bye. And people saying their long southern goodbyes.
Out of this building?
Yes.
Okay.
So after they're finished with their okay, never mind. They finish with their conversation, LD's gonna kind of walk up to her and subtly ask her if something's troubling her, because you'd probably make out that she's frustrated, or probably after that conversation happens.
Okay. It's gonna take some time for that. Like, you're just gonna wait until. Tide also look in the RP section.
Gonna say I just didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine. because I'm gonna give you guys a minute to like do all that as you guys are leaving after I get through the people that are still there. So it's not hard to find Rhiannon. She kind of is mouthy and loud and opinionated. What do you do when Rug finds her?
Was preferring to get her as she was leaving.
I mean, it's obvious that she is saying goodbye to people and just it's
Bye now.
Yeah, it's that very long goodbye of like, yeah, I'll catch up with you and like blah 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 blah, and you just keep talking and.
I'd like to just blatantly, because I don't know how Rug would ask this in any other way, ask her about her spy network.
Trixie goes, "Excuse me."
Oh, come on. You gonna tell me everybody in here doesn't have one?
I don't have spies. I have friends.
Yeah, friends. Got it.
I'm gonna turn the music because I don't want.
So, I know one of us is a part of one of your friend groups. Well, not yours, but a friend group. But I'd rather not use them.
She nods and she goes, "Okay."
Was wondering if you could introduce me to your friends.
Okay, what do you need done?
Well, I'm looking for a body.
She gives that weird look like...
Don't worry, not. It's not human.
Now she's really confused.
That doesn't make it any
And
better, Rug.
this is why this conversation was definitely not needing other people around.
Well, no, like the people that are talking around you guys and talking to her as you leave are just saying goodbye and leaving. You guys are kind of standing there talking. It's like the party where people are staying and socializing.
I know it is very weird to hear this, but quite a long time ago I took on a Warforged that have lost any of its memories as a son of sorts. And during the Dragon War, or the War with the Dragon Kingdom, I guess I should say, his body was lost off of our ship. I have some people working on it, but I really don't trust them anymore.
She nods and goes, "Okay. Well, do you want someone to go find them? Or do you need..."
I mean, you can just give me the information. I'll go send the people to find the body. Well, not find the body, but retrieve the body.
Okay. I'll ask around.
Fair enough.
Expect to hear from me soon.
See, so much faster than somebody that literally wants something that I have.
And then she passionately goes, "Don't you love having puppies?" and gets in her wagon, and it closes the door.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say
that she was referring to
I'm gonna say that was a kid.
to Alec as your puppy.
Yep, I figured as much. Took me a second though.
Okay, that's better than I thought. That's better than the context I thought it was. So.
Luke, I imagine you're just geeking out about tech with your new best friend, right?
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing. Trying to.
Okay. I'm not gonna
off and...
like you and Lysander. It's a lot of small talk and just dilly dallying. So I'm gonna let Tide and Rug have their moment while they.
Rug just had his moment.
Tide and War. So, all right, now you two can RP that for the rest of stream to see.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, what am I missing?
So we walked out of the main. This is not a tavern. It's like a bed and breakfast / tavern place. Right?
No, this is the capital. Like
streets. You on the streets?
Okay.
This is where the Horn Queen lives. This is her mansion.
Okay. So we walk out. Do you want me to say kind of like what you said?
That's up to you, or you can just do the RP with War.
Okay. Well, so we walk out of the tavern, and we see a bunch of people around, including some of the people from last night. One of which we were a little bit weird about last night. Anyways, get into a carriage. And then I noticed something weird about his face, and so did War. So go ahead, War. You can say what you said in the chat so that they don't have to go back and read it.
He's still typing in there, by the way.
I know. He could just read the
Toilet.
first thing he said.
Toilet. Yeah, just RP that for stream to see instead of typing it now.
Mm-hmm. So just read what you
But
said.
yeah, I was already in the middle of typing.
You're good.
Gotcha.
We can just read what you wrote now.
Yeah. I said that War turns around and looks at the carriage and bluntly points at it. I was like, that's him. I don't remember if War has ever seen Scooter or not. So I just went with he didn't and said that if he had seen him, that he's too drunk to remember. And I said that he's gone, and I think we should avoid a panic or a ruckus and just keep going because there's too many nobles to protect. And then I started walking towards town.
We should probably remember this and tell everybody else later when we get back to.
Well, I agree with that.
Because he's gone now, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we can still tell everybody.
Yeah, War was there for the introduction of the guy, but I never actually got to talk to the guy.
Stradvald.
Stradvald. Well, what
Yep.
we had seen is him getting into a carriage, but he looked now even more so like Scooter, like face, like
Yeah, face coming
rotting
off.
flesh, same as Scooter, like 100% looked like Scooter.
So, where are you two going in town?
To the apothecary.
Okay.
I'm gonna tug War and say I need his blank paper.
Oh shit. Okay. I know what that means.
Okay. So you guys head for the apothecary. Alright.
Also, you need
Alright.
a baby. What is it? A baby warthog or whatever the fuck it is.
Let's get a baby board. Let's do it.
Baby board.
Alright, so she finishes the conversation, LD, and you walk up, and she looks and goes, "Oh, it's nice to see you again." Taking the hobbits to Isengard.
This is where I wish we had a camera on Snow.
Alright, Snow. So, she is happy to see you.
I imagine so. You must forgive me for my. What is the satyr call it? The broody behavior from last night.
Said it, not me.
See, the parties aren't my thing. I prefer to get to know. I prefer to get to know to get to know people in private.
She just looks and goes, "Oh."
I had the notes in my head, but now they're all gone.
All laid plans work great until you make contact with the enemy.
Yep.
See, the big parties are all good and well, but I've learned that you really
I'll do my best.
get to know someone a lot better once you're alone in private.
She looks and goes, "So where are you inviting me?"
I mean, I'm not.
Ah, shit, Luda already said that. Damn it.
That's alright.
Didn't see Luda's message popped up.
Beat you to it.
Say it with your chest.
Alright, so Snow.
Go ahead.
Where is
Say it with your
inviting
chest.
her to?
Well,
Awful.
the Horned Queen was gracious enough to grant me, myself and my group quite large guest house that nobody is in anymore. Nobody is in right now.
She just extends her arm out.
And Eldia's gonna take her arm and take her to start walking to the guest house.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Drew, I need a just general intelligence check.
Sorry, it took a while to find the right button.
You mean on the mic?
I'm an idiot today.
So it's not that you're an idiot. You've never.
How about now?
You've
Is that
never
louder?
been here before.
Is that louder?
It hasn't changed for me at all.
Nothing.
I was just kind of showing on mine. It has a little dial that's for gain.
Yeah, that's what I just moved.
Okay. So Drew, it's a matter of you've never been here, so you spend a lot of time wandering around trying to figure out where there might be like a group of mages or something equivalent to the Mage's Tower.
Well, in the
there are a lot
meantime,
of towers in
There are a lot of nerds with books.
I will indeed be looking around, and while I may be looking for the tower, I'm also looking at anything new that might appear, especially anything that we've not come across up to this point.
I mean, so without going into stuff, I mean, the architecture is entirely different. It's obviously like there's much more money here. And you appear to be in the
Hopefully that's
much
a little
more
better.
well-off section of the city. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very nice. People are in fine clothes. There are some street shops. It's probably one of the nicest cities you've been in a long time.
Well, given I guess the newness of it, I won't necessarily be talking to people, but I'll definitely be taking notes of any of the differences I found, and then definitely at a later date, I will start asking people a little more about what they're getting into. So as I'm looking for the tower, that'll be part of my distraction is, seeing what everybody's wearing.
Gotcha.
Any street stalls or something like that I might see, I might walk up and, take a closer inspection of the fabric and things like that.
Okay.
Anything that's dyed, any funny colors?
I mean, they've got every color you could think of for as far as dyed fabric, including printed fabric. This is the first time that you've probably seen, like, stamped fabric.
You mean like his paisley vest from last night?
So more like in the pictures, Eldie's, corset, Rug's vest, and Willow's dress all look like that pattern is woven into the material. This is like fabric ink printed onto it. So you've got like a red tunic with, boars along the bottom trim all the way around. So, Willow and Ward, you guys managed to find the apothecary.
Yeah, we didn't get lost.
Because you're so finding a regular shop is not hard, right? Because they all have the signs with names, right? Apothecary, giant tree in a bottle next to it. It wasn't a long walk either. But you walk in, and this place is massive.
It's like the fucking Costco of herbs.
Kind of, yeah. But it's got like the main level where you walk in, and then it goes like up a half story where the shopkeep is, and that's where like the potion tables are. So you've got all the ingredients down where you're at. You go up a set of stairs, like a half a story, right? Instead of a full flight of stairs. There's like workbenches, And there's also like potions in cases and whatnot.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to War and say, what was that potion you want me to make you again?
The big one.
The big one?
Yeah, the one that makes you go big.
Oh, okay. And I went to the shopkeeper and I said, I need a potion that makes you go big.
Well, I have this little blue concoction here.
So you walk up and behind the table is a furball. And this is you. Now that think about it, you've probably heard. Will has probably heard of furbolgs. Furbolgs are kind of in between. They walk in the Fey realm. They walk in the material realm. They look kind of like a cow person.
Okay.
About 7 feet tall. Oh yeah, kind of scruffy. A little bit longer. Kind of a snout. When he looks at you, he goes, "You wanted to get bigger? You start here like jingling as he's going through stuff. He goes, I have this one, and he sets one up and sets another one up, and he goes, looks up and goes, you don't want to change to like another animal, right? Just, you want to be taller.
Uh-huh.
Is this a permanent thing or a short-term thing?
So, I turned to War and I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to be permanently big?
We have to ride in the airship.
Okay, temporary.
Pulls on it. Tink, tink, tink. That's all I got.
What one works best?
I mean, they all work.
For how long?
Different amounts of time.
I'll take them all.
What?
She goes, okay. All right.
And she just kind of grabs the potions and starts walking out the front door with them.
He goes, that's...
He's got the
100
paper.
platinum.
I just kept walking.
He's got the magic paper.
Yeah, he's got
It's
the magic
100
paper.
platinum for all those.
The silence is
loud. Anytime I feel a smidgen...
I was trying to figure out if I had that much, but I actually do.
One platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yeah. Anytime I feel like a smidgen of envy for the amount of money he has, this happens, and then I don't.
So does that
I just paid for that offhand, though.
Okay, here's a serious question. Does this mean that Willow is War's sugar baby?
No.
I don't know, it's kind of sounding like it.
I'm gonna probably give him one of these. When we get out there, I'll hand him one, and then I'm gonna reverse engineer the others when we get back.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're gonna have me go big in the middle of this new town?
I'm just gonna give you one and say, here, put this away. Like, this is the
you're
one
not
you
gonna-
wanted. No.
No, she's gonna shove it in your mouth and be like, drink this, bitch.
Drink this, bitch. I bought all of them.
You didn't ask. She walked out with them and you handed him money.
Yep.
So how do you know which one you're giving me?
They're labeled.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. So you have one.
Good luck.
Just
Roll
see
a
if...
D8 real quick. Roll a D8. Toilet, roll a D8.
For fuck's sake. Can I just have my butthole touch my brain and no bone? D8, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that tone you have.
Who, me or Tide?
You!
I don't know. What tone are you talking about? Oh.
Guessing that one.
Okay, what do we got?
So what do
These
we got
are all growing type.
You'll
potions.
figure it out when you drink it.
So how many potions? How many
Yeah.
were there? There was like a bunch.
8.
Okay, and they all make you grow in different ways. Interesting.
Are they all the same color?
Freezing.
Nope.
Probably not.
They are not.
How are you supposed to reverse engineer these without knowing what they are?
Because she has to test, and then she's got to take that and figure out what's in it. She did. That's how she did all the last ones. And then sometimes she did not succeed.
She has to test. So
Yes.
what happens when she takes the permanent big potion?
We'll see.
And then she's a satyr the size of a furball.
All right. What shop are you guys going to next?
We're gonna go look for his boar.
Yeah, let's find a baby boy.
Okay.
That's right.
Baby boar. So at this point, Lysander, Tarek, and Rug, most of the nobles have left. So what are you guys doing when all the mingling is done?
Well,
We're planning on staying here.
Let me look at
That
my
was a general question.
real quick.
I mean, I know we don't have a ride because we were brought here. So I figured the DM would tell us when they're taking us back.
Nobody has asked Wintergale, so...
Tarek's gonna go looking for interesting rare materials that he might use.
All right. What's Rug doing?
Trying to think
Okay.
of what
Biggs?
he should do.
Biggs, remember you're muted.
Oh yeah, I did mute myself. Work on that shopping list I told you about. And,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
basically
that's...
work down that list. Basically, work through my list.
Yeah, that's easy. Okay.
Including anything that I had to do here for the other thing, making sure I have somewhere to stay when we get back.
Yeah.
Del, quick question.
Y'all got
Quick answer.
Is there anything in Ekron, like tool-wise or something like that, profession-wise, that they have here that we don't have there?
Ooh. Yes.
Okay, I'm basically going to walk through the town looking for anything like that. Just stores that we're not used to seeing in Ekron.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll type up a list real quick. All right. All right, Snow. You have walked this lady back to your guest abode.
I walk past Snow. Nice. Just keep going.
Can I say that not only did they walk into the guest abode, but they also walked into LD's room?
I mean, yeah. I was just saying, 'cause I didn't want to assume that you were taking them to LD's room. That's why I was like, you're at the abode.
Okay. So when they get into LD's room, they can hear the. Are there locks in this?
Yes.
Okay. Once they're in LD's room, you can hear the subtle click of the lock turning.
We do fade to blacks, right?
I'm just. This is not going to end the way that you. I'm just going to say it straightforward. This is not going to end the way that you all think it is.
No, I don't think.
I think most of us are aware.
So
go ahead, Snow.
Now that you've gained my attention, what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about it?
Roll for Riz.
She looks. She goes. You tell me, and she sits down on the bed.
So LD walks up to her, and he. Okay. LD walks up to her and he puts his index finger under her chin and makes her look up to him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when he says, "Oh, I'm sure we could find plenty of things to talk about." And he's getting really close until he's about a hair away from kissing her, but then he pulls away. But there's been something on my mind that I just can't quite understand. I can feel it on the tip of my tongue, but it's just not registering.
What you feeling on the tip of your tongue, boy?
Don't worry about that, little lady.
What's that tongue doing, though?
What is it, boy?
I'm gonna wait for a response.
She's just smiling at you.
I'll play your bluff, little man.
I noticed something very interesting when I first walked into that party.
She's just looking at you, waiting.
You spoke. You spoke about me, my brother, and our work with the Alfheim Rangers. However, Senor and I did not use the name Alpha Kanunger when we worked with the Alfheim Rangers. You know, ball banishment and whatnot. I'm sure you know plenty about that.
Shokushin goes, and that name doesn't just go away because you don't use it.
Where would that sword be?
Hmm?
I feel like it just... That was not in character.
No, I was asking what you meant.
No, where's that sword?
Sheathed at the moment, it sounds.
I find that I don't particularly have a lot of trust for people that don't give me all the information they know.
She looks at who
And
says I'm lying.
You are not lying, but there is something you know. There is something you know that you are not telling me.
There's a lot of things I know that I'm not telling you.
Well, you obviously know about my past, and you obviously know about... What's the word? You obviously know about my accomplishments and adventures, and yet I know so very little about you.
She just stares at you.
So how about you and I have a talk, and let's...
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Breaking the poor boy.
No, I just... I'm trying. So LD turns around. He goes to the little like eating table at the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up the chair, flips the chair around and sits down. And he also picks up the flame tongue that was laying on the chair, and he's just kind of like...
Okay.
He's sitting on the chair, but he's also like laying his palms on the hilt of the flame tongue while he's kind of just Taking a moment of thought.
Okay. By the way, does a 24 hit?
Oh.
No. I mean, yeah.
On who?
LD.
Oh, it does.
Okay. What's he wearing right now?
What do you think he's wearing?
What are you wearing?
I don't know. That's why I'm
Khakis?
asking.
He's wearing the fucking.
She sounds
Wait.
hideous.
She sounds hideous. He's wearing the suit from last night.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Or that, or just clothes, or is he wearing his armor?
Hopefully
Well,
close.
he wouldn't have gotten into armor just yet because he
Okay.
was rudely awakened.
Okay. So while you're sitting there messing with the sword and looking at her, she just springs up and roundhouse kicks you in the face.
Damn.
Could have just smashed.
And
That was gonna smash.
so you're not in your armor. What's your armor class without your armor on?
13.
Okay, so she rolled an 11 on her second attack, and an 18 on her third attack. So the roundhouse, the follow-up spinning back fist miss, and the cross hits you for another 7 damage.
How much is that total?
16.
Dang.
So he wipes the blood from his lip, and you can kind of see a smirk forming on his face, and then he starts to taunt her like, "Well, didn't this take an interesting twist?"
So you're not gonna attack.
Nah, he's
It's
not
your
gonna
turn,
attack.
technically.
Which managers do I have?
Somebody wasn't prepared for combat.
Honestly, I should have been, but it's just whatever.
He thought he was gonna threaten her with a sword.
No, this wasn't a threat.
I think reasonable people could have interpreted it that way. Let's put it that way.
We're not going to attack. We're actually going to. Is grapple the one where you basically just like grab her and pin her down?
They can still attack you while they're grappled, by the way. It just gives them disadvantage.
Which, well...
As far as combat goes, you would have to knock them unconscious or grapple them and then find a way to restrain them, like tie their hands and feet.
Giggity.
He does have rope in his backpack.
Right, but until you have tied them up, they can attack you while you're doing this.
So what do we need to do to roll for grapple? Just the strength?
It's going to be a athletics check versus her acrobatics check.
And she's a monk, so it's not gonna go well.
Well, she rolled a 10. She rolled pretty low.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
What?
Good luck.
I'm gonna roll on the tower because I'm having good luck on the tower apparently.
That's it, Snow. Tie her up. Show her who her daddy is.
What is that? 11 plus 2?
Okay, so yes, you have tackled her so she's grappled for this turn. So it's her turn. An 18 with disadvantage to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So an 18.
Yeah, it's a 13, so anything 13 or higher.
Okay, she rolled a natural 14 on the second strike. And a 19 was the lowest one on the third strike. So she hits you all 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to just give you the grand total?
Go for it.
$26 total damage.
Okay.
And she punches and kicks you while you're trying to restrain her. So it's your turn.
So we have her grappled. So what
Yep.
do we need to roll? What do we need to
So
roll to?
you're gonna roll another. So this time you're just gonna roll a strength check versus her strength check to see if you can like tie her up.
Okay.
Roll a 19.
It was just low. It was 8. It's 18.
All right, so you try and tie her up, and it. Whoa. And it.
Oh, yeah. You went pixelated.
Am I still pixelated?
No, you're good.
Okay. So you do not manage to tie her up, which means it's her turn again. She still has disadvantage. 17 on the die was the lowest roll for that one. That's an 18 was the lowest roll. That's not gonna. Okay, then a 12 for that one. So she hits you twice. 19 damage on that go.
Oh, Nakuda.
Okay.
Back to the strength check.
Yep.
Can't believe I was 1 off.
She rolled a 17.
It'd be helpful if I had the fucking belt. It's a fucking 8. Okay, I think he's starting to get a little. He's starting to get a little annoyed right now.
Okay.
Like this fucking bitch won't stay. It's like stay still, bitch.
So she's gonna try and get away. So you need to roll on athletics. She's gonna roll hers. Oof, she rolled a 10.
The D20. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the fuck did the D20 go? $13.
Okay, so you beat that. So she's still restrained. So it's LD's turn.
Do you guys hear music on the stream?
1 second.
So he's kind of getting annoyed right now.
Very
so
faintly. Rye's got it on tight, and it's like real faint.
An
What's
8.
up with these audio levels?
So you have advantage because she's restrained or she's grappled. Yeah.
Let me roll that again. That's better.
That hits.
For 3, because it's a.
Yep.
That was. No, wait, that was 1 action, so.
So you get one more attack.
Mhm.
That will hit as well. So 6 damage total.
Yes. But. Can I use my second win? Wait, no. Which one is it called?
Action surge?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to alliterate Del. We're not trying to seriously hurt her. We're trying. He's kind of getting like, oh, this bitch won't fucking stay still. So we're just gonna knock her out.
That's fair.
That's not.
That will not hit.
That one probably will
No.
though. Really?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I can really do. I believe. Unless we want... No, those are both my actions. Never mind.
Okay. Alright. So she's gonna attack again.
Do have one question though.
Mm-hmm.
If I take... If I would have taken off and left my animated shield, at the house, would it technically be counted as unattuning, or would it still be attuned?
It would still be attuned, but you don't have it on you, so it's probably sitting somewhere right across from the room from you.
Never mind. It says I specifically have to be holding it to speak the command
Yep.
word.
Yeah.
So, dirty 20 to hit for the second swing because the first one rolled a 2 total, or a 2 on the die, and that 12. So she hits you once, for a total of 11 damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
We'll roll that. I'm sure that's fine, right?
Yeah, you're good. Okay. LD's turn.
3.
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep.
6.
So 6 total. Okay. She's gonna swing at you again.
At some point, you might just get
man.
it. Somebody might just get up and grab the fucking sword. I'm assuming that was a nat 20.
A nat 20 and a natural 19, so you disadvantage saved you there. But she did hit you twice of the 3 attacks. For a total of 14 damage and another con save.
She's bringing out the Sunny Fist, isn't she?
Oh, that was not good.
Cool. So you are stunned, right? Like she hits you and your body just locks up to the end of her next turn. So you missed your turn. Because you are stunned, she is able to yeet you off of her. She stands up, wipes a blood off her face, unlocks the door, opens it, and turns back around and goes, "Well, that was a shame. Your sister says hi," and she takes off.
How long until we're unstunned?
So at this point, like she's gone, you are no longer stunned.
So there's no point. There's no chasing involved.
That was a lot for a turn, Del.
Getting up and running away.
No, well, I mean, when Tigger took a whole action to unlock the door.
Not to just unlock and open it. The lock's on the inside there. It's just opening a door.
Keep that in mind when we're doing it.
Yeah, if you're just manipulating like the turn lock on the inside, it's part of opening a door as your movement.
But yeah, opening a door is usually an action.
Nope, not in 5e. 5e, you can open it as part of your movement. And then she burnt a key point to move further away.
Okay,
You can get up and look out the door. Yeah.
That was the answer I needed, though.
So, does LD get up and look out the door?
Essentially, yes. Get up, yoink the sword off the floor, and just kind of bolt out the door.
So you bolt out the door, go down the hallway some. By the time you get out to where like the main common area is, she's already like at the door, waves at you, and is gone.
I imagine that's gone. Like not even gonna. We should.
To put it this way, by the time you got there, her movement speed is 50 feet.
Gotcha.
So, she lost 25 feet standing up. Got out, dashed, used the key point to dash again. So that's 125 feet, and then now she's gonna use all 3 to go.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, but let's go to a break real quick because the dog needs to go out apparently.
Okay.
I know, pups. Hold on. Doggo Breako.
Be right back. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
We're back. Hi guys, we're back.
Yay, we're back.
All right, so any way to objectify start things off?
Go for it.
So LD is using his second wind to regain 1d10 plus 8 HP, which is exactly 10. He's going to start picking up all of his. Actually, he's going to start taking. Shut up. He's going to take off the corset outfit and start getting dressed in his usual gear, the armor, whatnot, blah
Okay.
blah.
All right.
And while he's doing that, everybody else, and other people can go.
All right. Okay. So, Rug.
Yes,
Of those 4 places I sent you, which one are you going to first?
Which one would be the easiest one? How big's the flower shop?
Probably about 1,000 square feet.
Oh, so it's quite large
It's not too bad
for a flower shop. It's quite large.
Yeah.
You said minor herbs. I don't know herbs. I'm gonna walk in, basically, and try to see if I can go up to the counter to whoever's there, if anybody's there.
Okay. There is a. Stop it. There is a young human female who's going through a book, and she looks and goes, "How can I help you?"
Well, kind of new to this herbs thing, but I have basically become one of the counts to Ekrend, and I noticed this is one of the few shops that we don't have, and I was looking for possibly a large quantity of supplies to bring back for our potion makers.
So you just need like a bulk shipment kind of thing, or?
If we could make it a regular thing, it'd be nice.
I'm sure we can arrange that. Do you know what you would need?
Oh shit!
Cat.
I have a potion person for this, but I don't know where she's gone. If you can, just get the stuff sorted for a shipment, and then I'll come back with a list.
Okay, sure. Sure. Do you have like a price point that you're thinking? Like, so I can kind of guess about how much gold worth of materials you want?
Hold on. Let's see. I'll have that. Now I'm gonna roll my own D100 real quick. Apparently, I'm gonna drop 91 platinum on the table and then be like, "This should cover it."
Her eyes go for one shipment.
I don't know how much herbs cost, lady.
Is this your budget for one shipment to Ekrend, or for a number of shipments over a specific time?
Apparently, for a number of shipments over a specific time.
Okay, let me know how many shipments over what amount of time.
Gonna need the herb list for that one. Jesus.
Pups, stop your concerning chat.
Shit.
Okay.
So where exactly is this inside of town?
So you're still not entirely sure where you're at, like, because the Horn Queen's mansion is not in the middle of town.
Right, give the dog some freaking popcorn, man.
I did. Yeah. I did already.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it was obvious when he said
it is deeper into town, so you're probably like about less than a mile from where you're staying.
Okay, so. Oh, one more question before I leave. You wouldn't happen to have a paper and a quill, would you?
She goes,
I'm
yeah,
making a list.
She hands you a piece
I'll
of
bring it
paper and
back, I
quill.
promise, and then I'm just gonna walk out.
Okay.
He's just writing on there, needs willow for herbs.
Please feed your Wookiee.
I did.
That too.
I'm probably gonna skip the third one because that is not my alley of expertise.
Okay.
So I guess we can do the cooks next.
Okay. You're going to walk into like the guild building, or just where they're all outside cooking?
Guild building.
Okay. You go in, there's a receptionist. It's like, welcome to the Chef's Guild. How can we help you today?
I'm looking to get about 3 or 4 of your cooks to help facilitate a army in Ekron.
Okay.
It'd probably be a long-term engagement.
Okay, so you would need a chef to move there.
Preferably more than one. I mean, I don't want to put that much stress on one person.
Okay. And this is feeding who?
Basically, the guards, the military, and you said at one point we had dragoons. So, a bit of everyone.
You guys don't have dragoons.
The city did when we first got there.
The city does. You guys have not seen them since.
Okay, so the Wizards, Tower, Town Guard, and whatever military force that is there.
Okay. Just writing this down. Okay. So you need I would recommend hiring at least 5 or 6. What level of chef are you expecting here? Are you?
Well, I mean, these are town guards. They typically eat slop, so anything better than a novice, probably.
Okay. Well, we can list this as
Or, I mean, you can send some novices. I mean, get them some training in.
Yeah. I think we could do well with one master chef running with a number of novices and intermediates. The question becomes lodging, facilities, and pay rate.
Pay rate. You're gonna have to give me some examples of your pay rate for the masters and novices.
Well, normally, if a chef from the guild is like hired full time for, say, a duchess, they tend to make about 15 to 20 gold a year. But they also live in the establishment where the Dutch live, so I mean, part of their payment is in having a place to stay.
Currently, we don't have a place for them, but accommodations can be met, and I'll give them extra to stay at the tavern until the building's made.
Okay. Now, do you want them to cook at the tavern, or is this going to be like, they're going to cook in a cooking hall where all of these individuals will come and get food?
A hall.
Okay. Is that hall built and ready to go?
You're gonna think this is funny, but half of it.
Excuse me?
Oh, God, no.
The other half needs some remodeling, but we're getting it done.
Hold up.
Huh?
I mean, why build a new
Okay.
place when we have a free house open for anybody now? It's just half gone. It's a big ass house. I mean, come on. Clean out all the torture stuff in the basement and make it a fucking food stock area. I mean, it's
I think
gotta be innovative.
We should really talk about this shit before you go running off and.
Okay. Oh. Try it down. Okay. Well, here's what we can do. We can post the job. Now, and then you'll just be on the hook for paying them until they have all the places to cook and sleep and clean, and they'll most likely stay here. Or you can send us a letter when everything is built, and we can post a job, and then they will, once they accept, they'll get there.
I'll send a letter.
Okay. Well,
but in a show of good faith, because I do know that this is a completely outrageous request just off the blue. I can go on and make a down payment if necessary.
I mean, that's not required. Generally, jobs are posted when they're ready, so you wouldn't be the first one to do this.
Okay, fair enough then.
So, the only thing that we ask is that you allow the chefs, no matter what their level, as part of the Chef's Guild, to be able to have free reign over some sort of budget for food. So you will give them a yearly or monthly budget for this is how much you get to spend on purchasing food, and you let them use that at their discretion. And that budget does not come out of their pay.
Oh, seems fine to me.
Okay. Well, just go ahead and get it done while you're here. She signed you some paperwork. Go ahead and sign these forms. These are all the forms accepting everything I've just told you, so that when your job is posted, there's no, questionable things.
Fair enough.
All right. So you can do all that.
And the last two, I realized with the flower one, I'm gonna need somebody's help for each of them. So you can go on and do their things.
Okay. So, Drew, after some wandering, you managed to stumble onto one of a couple towers that are in this city that look to have people of arcane-ish nature around it. They look like they could, in fact, be wizards. But they're very, very... They're dressed much differently than the ones back home.
Alright, would I have seen any people dressed like this? Like, not that they were obviously wizards, but would I have seen people dressed like this as I was walking around town?
Yeah. It's the same kind of style and culture, right? Of everything. But it's more of like, they have, like, the big arcane tomes and some staffs, and a couple of them have the stereotypical wizard's hat and stuff like that.
I got you.
But it's all the same style of, like, very wealthy clothes.
Right. So I'd walk up to him and be like, "Excuse me, sir. I'm a traveler from afar who recently attended a pretty interesting gathering, and now I am looking for some new books and scrolls that you might have in your town to widen my knowledge banks. Would this be the place I might learn more?"
Okay. So the individual you're talking to is can't move. It's a probably mid-40s human. You would guess mid-40s based on how he looks. In a fitted suit almost, except he has a long coat, like a trench coat kind of thing, versus a sport coat and a staff and a book hanging on his hip. And when you ask him, he goes, "Well, son, that depends. Are you looking for a good story? Are you looking for arcane knowledge? Are you looking for knowledge of other planes? What are you looking for?"
I don't really have a limit on my knowledge, and it's hard to say what I know compared to what may be stored here. My focus at the moment is probably more on stories.
Okay. Stories. He taps his nose some.
Hi, Liz.
Yep, Liz and the puppies are up here. He taps his nose and go, "Well, so now, do you want stories like folklore and legends, or do you want stories as in like war stories and more just kind of a life story?"
I'm more interested in the folklores and legends.
He nods a bit. Looks around. Throws his coat back and goes, "Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the College of Glamour. Plenty of stories, plenty of folklore. Come inside. We'll show you around."
That is wonderful. Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
So much excitement.
Macy, no.
You were so close to wizards. So close.
And they take you inside. And this gentleman gives you the grand tour. You get to see classrooms, you get to see training grounds, you get to see performances of. At this point, you realize it's a bard college and not a wizard's tower. And this group seems to be much more in tune with like pure awe and fanciness. A mix of that Feywild nonsense that your satyr friend generally gets up to. Welcome to Wonderland Plays. But it is a massive campus. But you do get the grand tour, even their library, all that other stuff. So, while that's going on, what is Tarek doing at this point? Just wandering around still, looking for anything?
So, the things that Tarek is specifically looking for is maybe signs of different kinds of metallurgy, so that he can possibly find unique materials that are more conductive, or gems that might, different kinds of gem material that might, and crystals that might store magic easily. Which is kind of similar to metallurgy in idea, but kind of more battery aligned.
Okay. Most of the smiths and smitheries you find around here are, I wouldn't say they're not on par with War's operation, but the difference is they import all of their stuff. So they import ore, they import ingots, and you notice a couple boxes that do come from War's operation. They do not have the vastness of just resources here to mine from. And none of them seem to understand like what you mean by like ore or crystals or anything to like store energy. These guys are all pretty much just general blacksmiths.
What Tarek would kind of look like, say to that is like, kind of show me what you have. It's like, may I do something with this where I'd like touch it and try to see what it does. If I found it unique, to see if it would hold magical or arcane energy, or
I mean, the only thing unique you find is that, you know, you recognize a couple of the ores from, you know, stuff back in Ekrand. The rest of it's just like iron and copper and tin, you know. Some silver here and there. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this place does not have the ability to manufacture a lot of its own resources for that, based on its geographical location. Tied in war. You're looking for a baby boar.
And then some stuff.
Alright. So you go to... It's not a pet shop. It's a butcher shop where they have animals.
The wrong place for a baby boar.
Well, they do have a baby boar.
No,
they have
it's the right place.
They have a couple places. They have a couple baby boars.
Let's save them.
So you walk in, and I assume you're asking like the shopkeep for a living baby boar.
Yeah.
I want a baby boar. Here you go, headless.
The shopkeep is a half orc.
Of course.
Yeah, adult, male, middle age. Seems confused. Like, why do you not want meat?
I want pet.
You what?
I want
How much for 2 living baby boars?
Hang on. And he goes out, and you hear this as he comes in with 2 baby boars. And he takes one, but like their legs are tied, they're hog tied, and he puts one on the scale, puts the other one on the scale, and pulls it off and goes, I could make about 300 gold from the meat on both of these. So 350 and we're good.
I'm gonna look at War. Eh?
Take one, Willow. And I'm gonna take the other one. And I'll give him the 350 gold.
Okay.
I would have negotiated.
and then I'm gonna look at Willow. And I'm gonna go, you know, Willow, my boar is of nobility now. So we have to do this right.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I thought I was gonna say my boar is bigger than your boar.
My boar's husks are bigger.
Is there any barber shops around?
Who's gonna give his boar a mohawk?
There are barber shops around, yes.
Let's go, Willow.
Let's go.
You're now going to have to draw a baby boar wearing
mohawk?
like a blonde wig that's very noble looking.
He's gonna name him Poinkers or Porkers.
Oh, no,
Sir
I named him
Porkers.
With the little monocle.
It is a very good thing I do not have my camera on tonight.
Okay, so you are taking this boar to a barber shop.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And asking the barber to do what?
Are you sure we're not unhinged?
Oh, I'm sure we are unhinged.
It needs dwarven braids like mine.
The barber
Yes.
looks at you and goes,
Yes.
It's a boar.
Uh-huh.
They don't have long hair.
Long
Boar.
enough.
They have really tiny short hair.
They're babies.
Barbers can do hair extensions.
Yeah.
We know what they are, sir.
Boars don't have hair to braid.
I think you can do it.
Figure it out.
I am not magic. I am
Wait a minute,
Barbara.
Willow, do you have a hair growing potion?
Not yet.
Oh my god.
Not yet, she says.
We could go home and work on it though.
What can make him look good?
It's boar. Take it to butcher. They make it look good.
No, they make it meat. Make it look good.
I don't
I'm
understand.
paying for it.
I don't. It's animal. I don't.
It's a noble animal.
He takes it. Just walks off with the fucking boar.
Imagine he's like holding it out as he's like just holding it out away from it as he's walking towards whatever.
Alright, we'll come back to that later. What's LD doing?
I like how he didn't spend long on us.
LD is going to go to two places. As he is walking out of the guest house, he kind of stops for a moment and sighs, and he kind of mumbles a sentence that the party can hear, but
how can they hear you? They're not near you.
The IRL party.
Oh.
Not the in-game party. He mumbles a name. He says, "Hiya, what's going on over there?" And then he starts walking off. First place he's going to go to is a carpenter.
Okay.
And then once he reaches said carpenter, he's going to ask if they do custom orders.
Look you go. All we do is custom orders.
And he's going to explain the specs for this.
Is that what you sent? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that okay. It's a sword box, guys. It's a center pillar, sides open, bunch of swords.
So a box that does the same thing Fenrir did?
Yeah, actually, exactly like that. I mean, Carpenter's a bit confused to begin with, but it's like, sure, oh, okay. You live locally, or?
Depending on the situation, I can either pick it up, or I can give you, or if I cannot pick it up, I will give you an address for you to ship.
Well, it will take a couple of weeks. It's not like it's a bench or something.
That's fair enough. So he'll give him the address to the town, and the
address to the town, Akron. That's it. There's no zip codes.
Yeah.
But I got you. Okay.
And the second place he's going to go to is a post office, I guess? Mail area, like flag down a carrier.
Yeah. I get the Couriers Guild.
And he's going to write a note to Snore, and he's going to have them ship it to the town of Ekron as fast as they can. And it's going to say something in your DMs.
Okay, so they can get it there. Like the overland travel time is like a week. They can put somebody on an airship there to get it there tomorrow.
Tomorrow should be fine.
Okay.
How much gold is that going to cost?
That's going to cost you 3 gold. Get it there tomorrow.
How much gold is the chest going to cost?
The sword case is going to cost you 700.
That's not bad, actually.
That includes getting it to the house.
That's really not bad. Alright. I don't really have anything much else. I'm done.
Okay. All right. We'll do the. Okay, so the barber comes back with this boar, who is squealing to no end. I mean, he cut the boar's hair. It's got two. Instead of a mohawk, it's got two non-cut stripes down the center of its head and down its back. And he goes, "I hit a boar. 5 silver."
All right, I pay him the 5 silver.
And he just walks away. It's like I don't. Fucking boar. Oh.
I've never seen a place that got so aggravated for, money. We gotta wait for Tide to be back before I can do anything else.
Right here.
Oh, okay. Did you hear about the haircut?
No, say about the haircut.
Instead of a mohawk, it's.
That's what I was gonna
do. It's two.
Okay, I'm gonna just do one.
Okay, oh, you want yours cut? Oh god. Okay, so you hand him your board. He's like, and walks away. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What?
What's Rug doing?
Looking for either Tarek or Willow.
Okay. Alright. Lysander, you've finished your shopping list.
Yay.
You've gotten everything that you wanted from it. It took a bit, but yeah, you have everything. You're now, you're probably closer to the center of what is the shopping district than I know the rest of them have been. You would know that this place is like probably the top 3% of the entire country as far as money goes. So, now what do you want to do?
I'm still thinking about something, but actually Snow gave me an idea of something I've been beginning to do anyway. I need to get a message home. And I'm not talking Ekman, I mean home. I think I had mentioned this idea to you before, but now that we're actually having a way to do something about it, I want to get a message back to Lysander's father.
Okay.
And basically say, hey, I have connections to this somewhat well-to-do town. Might be a place to expand your business.
Okay. I mean, you can purchase Are you going to use the scroll of sending for that?
No, because I want to be a little bit longer than that. Detail, more like
a letter.
More like a letter. Leaving out his title.
Okay. Yeah.
Surprise.
Easy enough. And he is.
Sothis.
No. I'm trying to think of where he's at, because it's a gold for Snow to get his there tonight, and that's in this.
I'm assuming it would take longer than that. It would take a couple days. Just
they can
a rough recollection of geography.
They can get it there in about a week. Is the fastest they can do.
That makes logical sense. I wanted to be a little more detailed than this.
But that's going to be 2 gold because they have to use a teleportation spell for that.
Okay.
Cool. Turns out letter postage is cheap.
Yeah, that's affordable. I think if anything else I want to do here, the property shopping probably have to wait until we get back. Unless there's any paperwork I need to do to make sure I have access to the property. But
no, that's the paperwork you got this morning.
That's what I figured. Maybe a little late. Maybe getting a little extra clothing. I don't know. Place to get fancy shit.
Okay. I mean, if you spend about 10 gold, you can get probably a good 2 weeks worth of fine clothing.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Okay, yeah.
That's easily doable. The rest I'm gonna shave before my property budget. So.
All right, cool.
For house hunters,
Deal. So, that.
Oh god, I'm talking about HGTV right now. Oh my god, it cost me HGTV and D&D. Fuck.
Okay. Drew, so after you're done with this grand tour, this gentleman does stop finally at the library and says, "So, anything specific you're looking for?"
Looking for any particular famous stories about this area. You know, any special folklore, any stories about creatures, realms, or anything, but just specifically native to this area.
He walks you down an aisle and just... You know those scene in movies where you have the person that just keeps getting books piled onto their arms?
Yes.
That's what's happening to you right now.
But instead of like my face dropping as the books get piled up, my face gets brighter and brighter. My eyes get bigger and bigger, and my smile gets bigger and bigger.
He gives you about 15 books. He goes, "Good luck."
Excellent.
And he points to a table. "Good luck, have fun. Don't stay here too late. The library kind of gets cranky when she doesn't get to go home at night, so just a fair warning."
All completely went by me, and I immediately go over to the table and start going with the first set of books I come to.
Okay. Alright. Is there anything specific you're looking for, or just like folklore of the area?
Yeah, just more to learn about the area. Anything. I guess the big thing I would be looking for, without necessarily knowing a lot about why we're here or what may be coming along, just learning more about what's unique to this area, because that's going to be the stuff that I wouldn't already know.
Gotcha.
Folklore that might explain why people dress the way they do, or where this architecture came from, because it came from this period based on this story or something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
I was going to say, by the way, your resident bard is hurt. You didn't ask him.
I mean, to be
You're
fair,
not a bard in the party now. Use them.
this is the college that is like the exact opposite of the College of Whispers.
I know. This is why when you tell them about this, it's going to be really funny. I was dead as he dies.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll send you a DM with stuff here in just a second. Rug, the first people you find is Willow and War, because they are walking out of a shop with each of them have a baby boar in hand. One has a mohawk, one has the 2 fur stripes.
Look, isn't he cute?
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Wait. When I ask for one of those, I don't get it, but you guys get them, and then they get haircuts. Well, I need you to fill this paper out with all the herbs you can possibly think of.
What is it for?
The potion supply shops in town. And possibly you.
There's so many plants, though.
Yeah.
So many.
And she has a lot of money waiting. So, take this, write out anything you could think of, and then I'm going to give her directions to the flower shop, and go there and tell her I sent you.
Oh.
Do you know where Tarek is?
I do not. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. hands the carrot to both boars, and then walks away.
Does Willow start writing stuff down, or?
Yeah, she'll start writing stuff as she walks.
Okay.
I'm not trying to figure out what Lysander needs. Does he need a poodle or a rabbit? I don't know. So.
You do eventually find Tarek coming out of a what looks like a smithy, kind of disinterested at this point. It's like the 4th or 5th smithy you've been to, and they have nothing.
What you looking for?
I'm just looking for something more interesting that I might not be able to find home that I can make something with, but...
Perfect, follow me.
Excellent. Because everything that I've found so far is just stuff from home, except worse.
I found something that could possibly make you and your goblins interested.
Go on. You have my attention.
Now you've
There's a
got my
whole
curiosity.
group of mad scientists like you here, and trying to bring them to town, but I figured you could talk to them better than I could.
Alright, lead the way.
I'm gonna take them to the Artificers Guild.
So you walk in, so you walk up the steps of the doors that have like cogwheels, and as you get close, they start turning, and it self-opens.
Mm-hmm.
See? Your people.
And you walk up to a reception desk, and there's a small gnome female who goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
I was told there might be people with my similar interest here. I could tell by the door you like to be crafty.
Okay.
But between them talking, I'm just gonna kind of pop up a little bit and be like, so...
Pop up, motherfucker, you're taller than him. You're just like...
Yeah, but I'm letting him lead the way on this one, buddy. These are all nerds, and I am out of my element. I could get shot from any one of these rooms right now.
So, the way he was kind of explaining things, I don't know if you're aware, but we have a new, what are you, Archduke now? Count?
Yeah.
Of our city. We might be interested in opening up something similar here. I was hoping to maybe look around and get some reference and some guidance.
Oh, you want to open up a guild, okay.
I mean, I've been doing something similar on my own, out of my house, but...
Uh-oh. Is it up to code? Are you following guild rules? Are you...
We will work on that as soon as we figure out your guild rules.
I didn't know a guild existed until now.
I'm just gonna be like... We will follow all the regulations once we know them.
Oh, okay. Well...
I kind of like tug. I was like, I don't like this already.
Don't worry, they won't actually be there.
I mean, all it takes to start up a guild is you need somebody who's willing to be guild master, and then some forms. Really, we can send some folks there to help you establish it. Once it's up and running, they can either stay if they like it, or they can come back here. Really is. And now she's addressing Rug at this point because he's the count. Because it's really up to you on how you would prefer to do that.
He's our chief engineer of the city, so I figured he would be smarter in this.
How did he become a chief? Did he take the tests for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
test my experience.
Does he have the guild papers from another guild or anything?
Nope.
Or?
Well, technically, we are part of another guild, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we never received any kind of papers or anything. So
You're part of an adventurers guild. This is the artificers guild.
That's why we're trying to open up a branch. We don't have any of this kind of paperwork. He's just been our chief engineer out of title, of course.
Well, we don't have guild papers. She's addressing Tarek. Unfortunately, when he starts up the guild in your town, you would start as an initiate without having the papers, so you would be like every other newbie. I mean,
is there like tests that he could do to raise in rank quickly?
Yes, but normally those, like, we don't just give them to people off the streets. Like, normally only, like, nobility gets to take those and skip ahead, because they've probably been
already
Tarek.
nobility.
I was gonna say, hey Tarek, can you let me see that letter the Horned Queen gave us?
So he didn't get one from the Horned Queen.
Yes, he
They
did.
changed-
You said everyone got a letter. The people that didn't stand up got a stamp or something.
Yeah, just kind of an award almost. If you want his one with nobility, that's the baronage one that he got, that you guys got way back when. The one that he got.
Do you have that on you by any chance?
Yeah, I keep all my stuff like that on me. Like I at least keep a copy, or I have a copy. Like I have one of those. So he kind of opens his book and he's like, "Hold on," and he kind of flips through and there's some loose paperwork and there's like, "Oh, here you go."
Oh, okay. So generally barons can take tests up you know what? How about this? 1 second. And she walks off.
Could we tell him of your special title? Do you think that would help?
I made that up.
You didn't make that up. Other people made that up. You just adopted it.
The other one. I think he's talking about the other one.
The not
one?
so good one.
I don't like that one.
But it might help. They probably know that more than your face. I mean, we're not exactly in armor right now.
Okay. So she comes back with an elven-looking individual. She goes, "I understand you're here to take tests." He's kind of looking at you two, unsure who's who at this point. Oh, okay. Have you ever been part of an artificer's guild before?
I went to the College of Asset, but everything after that has just been out of necessity, to be honest.
Well,
I didn't even know you all existed.
Oh, well. Should probably get out from under a rock there. But come with me.
Or out of the sky, I guess.
Come with me. He gestures, to a back room.
Do y'all sell any cool equipment here?
She goes and he goes, "What do you want?" She gets this mischievous grin like you just said the magic words.
God damn, I'm gonna have to think.
So
I was expecting the yes or no.
Rug, in your head, you hear a whisper of, I'm not the only one that's gonna get a surprise test here soon. Thanks.
So you're walking into a large, it's a shop, right? It's a workshop. And the the gentleman looks at you and goes, "Well, you know what? You have an hour. Build something."
Alright. And
Mr. Chief engineer, and good luck. And he walks out and you hear the door slam and you hear a click. It sounds like you are locked in here.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious about what would happen if I asked this. What do you guys know about railguns?
She looks and goes, "What?"
Never mind. Okay, he's passing this test.
So Tarek, I need you to start with the perception check to see what tools they have versus what you carry on you, and what materials you have to work with, because you're not in your armor, you don't have all of your stuff, so you don't have your random materials to work with either.
They didn't just give him an abundance of materials to work with?
So they didn't.
Just sat him at a desk and was like, "Go for it."
The perception check is to see what he notices right offhand.
Oh, okay. I was very confused about that one.
Yes, Snowy.
Can Ellie visit a weapons shop? See what fancy stuff they have? Since this is a big old town and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
How does an 18 do me?
With an 18, they have...
Hold on, before you answer that, because I think we've discussed it before, for checks, do I need to know beforehand or after for adding a +5 to that? Like, how would that work?
For a Flash of Genius?
Yeah.
Usually after the roll, before the result. Those kind of cool. I haven't looked at that specific one.
I think we've also discussed before the roll checks you're looking for, but then we never did that. Or was that just for saves?
Hang on.
I don't mind burning all my Flashes of Genius for this.
So and I'm gonna say this generally because I pulled it before before I shot my mouth off. Right? People use it the same way they use a bardic inspiration die. So you have to use. And with that in mind, right, a majority of the community seems to say it's a DM's call, but they default to Bardic Inspiration because it's worded almost the same as far as the vagueness. You have to use that before or after you know if the roll succeeds or fails. I do remember discussing perception checks for something like this. It's not a pass-fail, it's a sliding scale of how much you notice.
Alright. For this specifically, because I think it helped me more, I'm going to go ahead and add the +5 so that I have a 23.
So with a 23, they have all of your basic tools that you would expect to have, right, as an artificer. They have some tools you're not familiar with. As far as materials, they have raw ore, they have ingots, they have bars, they have wire, they have a couple metal plates, a couple they also have like alchemy stuff, and stuff to like build a defender. They've got stuff for just about every feature of an artificer, and they've got the materials to do it. Including what looked like a box of junk parts that you could use to make a homunculus if you wanted to do that. Okay. Including stuff to be a power source for that.
Okay. So my hesitation is whether or not I want to build this thing or not.
Well, you have an hour.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to build a very small rudimentary railgun, which I don't really want to because I don't want that out. Or
like we've already discussed that's already out, right? Like that's a known quantity in the world. There are people who have ripped it off. But it's not a secret anymore. It's just you have the best schematics for it.
Right. I don't want to give that away. That's the thing.
I mean, so without the rules, right? Being the person who made it and makes it best, you could make it not as good and come off as a knockoff.
So what I'm thinking is, because I want to do two things with this. I want to make a railgun that is meant to fail after a certain amount.
Okay.
And I want to incorporate the new design that I am adding into it that, I've not had a need to discuss. So something that Tarek has incorporated since then to make reloading smoother is a revolver-like design. Well, I've been talking to you a lot about, over the course of probably over a year now, electric motors. So what I'm wanting to add is an electric motor that runs that revolver and I want to just my goal is to fire it 3 times. Like,
okay,
I want it to visually show that there's going to be more than that, but fire 3 times, and then.
So, I will tell you right now, an hour is not enough to make a knockoff railgun and the electric motor to spin the cylinder. You can, however, rip off what is the early revolver thing and have it rotate on its own after the firing mechanism goes off. So you'll still get the revolver thing. You just don't have the time to make that electric motor yet. At least in the hour you're given for this test.
I'm going to do that part.
Okay, so first thing you need to do is you need to build the railgun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 DCs in my head, right? Your minimum to make the railgun, your minimum to make a mid-grade railgun, which is what your first one effectively was, and then the high one is you make one that you use now.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier for your tinkerer's tools.
Okay. Intelligence 21 plus proficiency 25.
25. So
and I'm gonna add Flash of Genius because I have no reason not to.
So that makes it what? 30?
30.
So with the hour in mind, add a 30. You're like, nah, I can do this. You can make a railgun that you would put on your shit today.
Okay.
So that right there is doable. So I need you know you can do it. You're just repeating a process. So that is going to take about a half hour. So the next set of checks is to do the revolver portion, which you have yet to actually make. This is where it gets lots of fun. So you're going to roll that again, and you're going to roll it 3 more times for 10 minutes for the next 30 minutes, once for each 10 minutes, and depending on where you are compared to the DCs, whether or not you roll for the consecutive ones, a flat roll, advantage, or disadvantage.
Okay.
You can flat out fail this. So
okay, so a D20 with my intelligence plus proficiency is what I'm
your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency. So it should be like plus what? Fucking 8?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, 9. So that
5.
time
I'm showing your intelligence modifier is 5.
Plus 5 plus proficiency of 4.
It's 4. Sorry, I looked at initiative. Wrong one. You're right. Plus 9.
So that time I rolled a 9 plus 8. That's what, 17?
Yes.
So that time I will also use magical tinkering. So that was like 23.
23?
No, 22.
22, so you're making progress. Your next roll will be another straight roll.
Okay. That one is also not doing great. That one's a 6 plus 9, so that's 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go ahead and use 20.
Okay. So this next one will be at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Another 17.
Another 17. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the end of your hour, you have crafted a... It's not your best work, but it's not your worst work. It's about middle ground for a railgun that you would feel comfortable using as a handheld weapon, right? Because you don't have anything to attach it to.
No.
Your revolver portion works. However, because this works on the firearm scale, your malfunction rating is if you roll a 5 or below on the die, it automatically just done. If you roll from a 5 to a 9, it just misfires because it doesn't rotate all the way. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if you roll a 5 on the die or below, the gun is completely screwed.
Okay.
Because it will have half turned and welded the cylinder to the bars.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, Rogue, you are grabbed by the gentleman and go, well, we're going to see how your friend does. And we hear it unlock.
Grenades. Okay.
Yep. You brought him in, and you're the count. So,
yep.
by their logic, you were in charge of him.
I mean, technically you were in charge of him for the last hour, but okay.
In the nobility scale, because he obviously is from the same town, you're in charge.
Fair enough. Go for it.
You are brought in, and he goes, all right. What'd you make?
Well,
Dazzle me.
Cool, right?
I made my normal preferred weapon that I have invented, and I also added something that I am working on. Not necessarily because I wanted to show it off, because I just kind of wanted to work at it. I had time.
Okay.
I had a half hour, so might as well.
So he takes it, and he looks at it. Let's see. He's not going to let you explain a thing, right? This is you build, Okay. He goes, so, doesn't look bad. However, where are the casings? Where's the wadding with the bullet? It's just 2 metal rails and a cylinder.
I don't need that.
Oh, Rogue's finally caught on. He's like, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna take a step back.
He turns to Rogue and goes, see if it works. He's your Baron.
You shouldn't open your mouth.
We don't have a berm. And it requires a little bit more than it you can't fire it.
So it doesn't work?
Not without myself.
It should be able to work with anyone, shouldn't it?
You asked me to make something. You didn't specify anybody.
How does he make it work?
Well, I think for a second, and I'm like, all right, I kind of reach behind me, and I have one of my gloves, and I'm like, all right, and I kind of walk over to Rug, and he's obviously got a little bit bigger of an arm, so I kind of strap it to his arm a little bit, and I
Is it a magical glove? It's a magical item, right?
It's part of my normal armor. You asked me to make something.
Right,
This is
hang on.
part of what I normally use.
Yeah. Oh, okay, go for it.
We need to find a berm. Don't just fire this in town, please.
Question: which one of these walls are reinforced?
No.
He points to the back wall and goes,
No.
That goes out to the woods.
Good enough? They want me to shoot it.
This is on you, and I point.
Alright, what am I rolling?
You're gonna roll a d20 plus your dexterity modifier. I need to know what is on the die first.
Yeah, I'll just make this funny.
I can't help him. I can't help him at all, can I? Not a flash of genius, not a guidance.
Not grabbing it, not moving anything. No! Why would you fucking move it? It was an nat 20. Goddamn.
Okay, alright, no. I trust you. Say what, Biggs?
I'm saying, if just to make this funny, can Lysander just be randomly walking by at this point?
Well...
Straight through the wall.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Okay, so...
Okay. That answers my question.
Rug takes this and points towards the wall that he was pointing to, and pulls the trigger.
They're held reliable for this.
It cycles the way you expect it to. It goes shoo. I need you two to roll a con save real quick.
I wouldn't have done this, me knowing my own device.
You still need a con save because you're within like 30 feet of this thing.
Alright.
24.
21?
Okay, so neither of you are completely deaf. But what happens is about what you expect when you cover your ears and you're standing, 10 feet from a 5.56.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of shakes it like
the guy who brought you in here is like blood is coming out of his ears. I need everybody in the party.
Give me 1 second. My audio for the music I was playing with just cut the second you went.
I need everybody else in the party to roll perception.
He wanted it. What did he expect?
All of us?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't roll. I rolled shit.
We can't be blamed for this, Luke. We made sure.
You told them.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, fucking natural one.
Oh my god. You're too busy listing 750 different herbs.
Like,
And
herb
spices.
Herb number 500 and wait, what was that? Never mind. 599. Herb number 600.
Yes, Biggs.
Dirty 20 for me.
Cool. So the only people who don't realize what happened is LD and Willow. Both of you hear a loud poof, and you're like, whatever. You're used to hearing it. It doesn't bother you. The rest of you hear that and go, that sounded awfully familiar. And there's now smoke coming from the other end of the shopping district. For those of you, for the two of you.
Yeah, Lysander will sigh and walk in that direction.
Okay, so for Rug and Tarek, the wall he pointed at, which was supposedly reinforced, was not. There is a 6-foot by 8-foot hole, where most of the air pressure ripped the wall out, including part of the bathroom, and there is a very poor elf who had his pants down, and is now terrified. And you guys were right up against the stone wall of the city. The wall is also gone.
Well, if that elf was constipated, he's not now.
So
Question.
Go ahead.
How many lay on hands points do I need to have this man have his hearing back?
Probably like 5.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then once he's able to hear me again. So does he pass your test?
He goes, I can hear.
What about the poor elf? Is he or here?
I want to point this out. You gave him his hearing back, and he's been staring at you, and he goes.
And by the way, you're responsible for that.
He's just like, what?
We warned you at least 3 times.
Did that?
I told you
no, you can't have this.
I told you
Did he
no a
pass his
lot.
test?
I make these all the time. This is my design. And you gave me an hour. So I could have made it better, but
so now
anyway, you take this weird thing off, it won't let me bend my shoulder properly.
I start to take the gauntlet part off, and then I look at this and I'm like, well, that's yours now. And I give you the railgun thing.
So at this point, guards have run around and they're all like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he's like, "Okay, it was us again. Sorry."
I was gonna say Lysander would have probably realized what's going on, and on his way over there, he'd wave the guards up like, "Nope, I think I know."
Well, so this one is like the nearest guards get there shortly after, and then by the time Lysander's getting there, the guards have been dispersed because they told them, "Hey, it was us again. We're sorry."
It was us again.
At this point, when you walk in there, there is a crowd in the front of the Artificers Guild. Like, there's a crowd inside the lobby. And you just start hearing people starting to ask questions about what that was and what happened.
Just gonna look at Tark and be like, "Don't worry, I got this."
And then that gentleman opens the door to go back in towards the lobby. And he goes, "You're free to leave. I'll have your test results in a minute." He walks
we
off.
can wait. Wasn't you looking for something?
Y'all were escorted into the lobby, and at this point, go ahead.
Tarek would kind of ignore that and start looking at the new equipment that he's not seen before and just kind of inspecting it and trying to figure out what the hell it's for.
I mean, the stuff in here is just odds and ends, right? Stuff
that's not gonna stop him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's nothing like, ooh, this is new. It's like, okay, you know what that's for. You know what that's for. Those are bigger pieces for like a larger homunculus. If you want to build it, is what you kind of see it as. But when you walk out, it's about time when Lysander walks in the door. There are a couple people who recognize her, like, you're. Oh no.
Lysander or me?
You.
Me?
Yes.
And Lysander would just look at Tarek, look at the hole in the wall, look at Tarek.
So you can't see the hole in the wall. It's behind another door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All you see is him walk out of a room, and like 5 or 6 people recognize him, and not the good kind of recognize.
And I think Lysander would just look at him and go, "What'd you build this time?"
Same shit. They
usually
wanted
does that?
proof. They gave me an hour, wanted proof, so that I could maybe build a guild and get more scientific minds towards our area of the country, and well, I just wanted to make sure that we got the best and brightest.
And Lysander will look at Rug at this point, like, "Is this your idea?"
It was more their idea, but I mean, to be fair, I did try to tell them that he's our chief engineer for a reason. And no, he doesn't have guild papers. Well, now they don't have I mean, now they know how good of a builder he is.
You know what? Normally I would say something like, maybe we should talk about this amongst ourselves before we just start coming up with weird ideas. But you know what? I would have been all for this one.
I had one of the counts behind me.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we should kind of maybe work as a group and come up with things. Like
I wasn't given time.
I'm not. No. I'm not blaming you. You're just doing you. I mean, I think you need to be reined in sometimes, but that's a different story. No. I'm more talking like, if we're gonna start doing, recruiting people and building stuff, maybe we should all talk about it amongst the group before we, like, go up and.
Oh, then this is a good time. We need like 2 buildings made in the town.
Out of every in our group, I would think that you would appreciate some presentation.
You call that presentation? You just nuked an entire wall, my friend.
No, he did not. I did.
That is presentation with no casing. Ta-da!
Out of character, Del. This is a fourth wall break. This actually works into something that Liz and I've been talking about. So I'm going to play this up a little bit. Lysander would just look back at Tarek. Yeah, we need to work on your presentation.
At that point, the gentleman walks out, holding a piece of paper, shaking. Is like, "Here's your results."
I kind of take it, and I kind of look through it, and I was like,
So basically, it is a certification that you are what they call a master level in the guild.
Instant.
So now, mind you, for like out of character reference, that's 2 below guild master, right? And it has a list of titles that you can go with: master engineer, master gunner, master armorer, any of those. And that it's just a certification paper.
Alright, well, I guess I got.
Is that good enough, or?
I don't like it. I think I could have made more, but.
She goes. Everything else requires having actually done a number of quests for the guild itself, so we couldn't actually technically get you any higher. But I have to go see about repairing our wall.
Don't worry, it happens a lot.
He just looks at you like, what?
Welcome to the guild, Tarek.
Actually, no. Lysander will take this one and just look the guy straight in the eye and said, "This one's a small one," and just walk away.
This one's a small one. Like, you literally watch everybody that's
No, actually, back up for a second. Has Lysander actually seen the big one fired? Or has he? I don't think he has, actually.
Yes.
When you have heard about it?
No.
I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen
No,
it.
he was there when you guys got the airship shot down and you fired the big one at that sorcerer.
No, that was way before him.
We're talking about the mountain.
The session I missed on the way back from the dragon cave.
No, the one I blew up a mountain.
I'm talking about the one where it was the ship one, and he's like, "Nah, you."
Oh no, he has seen. Lysander the character has seen Tark use the back-mounted one, which is the biggest one that Lysander has seen him have on his person.
Yeah, we were talking about the big.
I haven't seen the ship one or the whatever the one.
I've never made
the last airship was.
I've never made a ship one. This was something I made. So, are you familiar? He'll know what it is actually, but there is a ship-sized magic missile thing that's meant to be like a country-to-country type weapon system. Like it's like a destroyer level ship-mounted magic missile system.
I mean, I know. I mean, I've seen the IRL test from Dahlgren. If that's what you're talking about.
So effectively, what he's talking about, and I think I mentioned this like right when you started, is there is a ship that just sails around. It is a for-hire ship that has a giant pair of cannons that fire an artillery version of magic missile. We're talking like, 10 inches across magic missile. And they just sail around and are hired to basically bombard somewhere with a artillery magic missile.
So that was fired at us, and I figured out something, and I deflected it.
With a single bullet.
No, not just a single bullet. He paid for that.
The first round.
It was one round.
Missed and blew up a mountain, and then the second round made that go away.
Yeah.
And then I fired it a third time to save some pregnant lady.
Yeah, and her.
I vaguely remember this, but not more than that.
I was gonna say this was before we went into the Feywild, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the point is Lysander's comment still works. That's all.
Yeah. Effectively, Blue, for like scale of what it cost him, the crystal he had to burn to do that cost him like 1,000 gold, just the crystal. Not counting the amount of time he had to put the energy into it, which is a whole other number of spell slots.
Which was what I was actually trying to do when we were in the future timeline, was try to find a way to grow crystals to reproduce that, to be able to grow more stuff.
Okay, alright, so I was absolutely wrong with what you were trying to do there.
So
that's what I'm still actively trying to do, is find a way to have batteries to grow crystal.
All I'm gonna say is just it's something I've been thinking for a long time, but I haven't really said it straight up. But I'm gonna say it straight up now. Just keep in mind, you do have another Arcanist in the party now. Use him.
He's not wrong.
I don't know that Tarek would. He's more single-minded, like focused on what he's doing, that he wouldn't think about that without it being offered.
I know. This is why we have to have that conversation at some point.
So, but
Lysander would make that comment though. Like, we need to. If you're trying to be more, if you're free, then we're gonna have to work on your showmanship.
The crowd started to disperse. So it's the three of you left, and everybody's kind of like side-eyeing Tarek, like, holy shit. Holy shit.
I was looking at.
Them, like, you guys gotta. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good.
The Lysander will look at those guys and going, "There's something I should know here."
It's obvious that they have figured out that Tarek is god of modern warfare. They've connected the dots and they're like, oh god, he's standing in the building. This is not good. Good things don't follow this man around. He just blew up the side of our building.
No. He blew up the side of your building because he questioned them.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
The building, everything behind the building.
No, I would say, I think Lysander actually, Lysander wouldn't know that, but he could probably guess.
You can probably smell it.
You probably will see it when you leave the building and look over.
No, he saw the smoke rising from the distance, and he heard a big boom, and he walked over and saw Tarek. You're like, okay, he can put two and two together.
Two and two fish.
Yes, exactly. It's like, look, if you recognize him if you know him just on reputation, you should know that he's capable of whatever you were thinking of. I may not necessarily approve of everything he does, but he does do a good work.
The peons at this point disperse, right? Like the guy that was giving the test is just not around. He doesn't want to be seen.
Damn it! I was trying to question him.
The gnome lady is still there. She's like, so, Count, you wanted equipment? I'm not sure what we can offer that he can't make at this point, but you asked.
Well, I mean, I don't want to drag him down doing commoner work. I mean, come on.
She looks a little bit hurt at that comment.
I don't know.
You two are hitting it off so well.
I kind of look over at Rug, and then I look over at hers like, would any of your guild happen to have researched magic crystals and storing arcane energy into them?
I mean, as small power sources, yeah, we have a couple people that focus on like pearls and jewels.
I need to talk to them immediately.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Do you want him to continue doing things out of his house, or I'm gonna look over to Lysander and be like, should we make a building for it, but not inside the walls, right?
I have some land behind my house.
That works.
I think a specialized, for the type of work he does, I think a specialized facility would be wise.
AKA a bomb shelter. Just put him in a bomb shelter, it'll be safe.
Maybe outside of the city walls?
Actually, Del, I don't know if did you ever watch, I assume you watched Mythbusters, right?
Yeah.
Remember when they were doing the rocket penetration sleds out in New Mexico tech?
Yep.
I think that's what we need.
Yes. Middle of bumfuck nowhere.
And the secondary thing is, do we kind of still need a guild master to be there to run another leg of this, or?
So, yes, you need a guild master technically. So we have a couple people who are up for a guild master exam, who can come out there and at least do the. They're mostly administrative at that point, so.
I'm gonna look at Tark. Do you mind like looking over their exams? Like, when are they doing these exams?
So he can't look over their exams, right? So because Guildmaster is above him.
Can he look at their scores afterwards? And pick which one he wants.
You can certainly look at because they will also have to apply and provide that score to set up the new guild.
I'm just gonna kind of stare at Tart, and I say he can help me look.
Oh,
perfect.
Rug.
If we can...
Rug.
Yes,
I know you're excited about this.
I'm
okay with this. I hate to say this, but I may not be Tarek's level of expertise, but I could probably parse what they're talking about. Maybe let me handle this one.
That's a him thing. All right.
Tarek kind of looks at you and is like, if we could find one that is maybe airship engineer, by qualifications. That's not really. I've been dabbling in it, but that would help.
Why don't we see what they come up with, and I'll keep that in mind.
I know, Alex. Okay. All right.
But you know, this sounds like more my area of expertise than rugs or. Well, actually, Roar might be useful in this as well. We might have to talk to him as well. But no, I'll handle this one.
To be honest, Rug can locally source a lot better materials than anything I've seen here.
War. That's what War.
Sorry, War. we were just talking about Rug. I apologize. But yeah, it's like, War's made better stuff than anything I've found here, and I'm being kind of, I'm not whispering about this. It's like we've got better resources in Ekron than anything I've found here. I found War's stuff here.
I mean, we could take some recruits with us if anybody's interested.
Yeah, just.
Well, we need a building.
If we need yours, yeah, we can. You and Roar can work the building out. I have no problem with that. But just because of, and Lysander would actually whisper this word to Tarek, I think they're scared of you.
He kind of starts looking around and he doesn't see anybody. I'm like, who?
They won't make eye contact with Tarek.
Tarek, just trust me. Fear is something I'm very familiar with. They were freaking scared of you. Just let me handle this. Let me smooth this over. Let me get the right people. You stick to what you do. Let me do what I do. Okay? We cool?
He kind of nods and then he kind of looks around the room. Is there anybody that's like particularly kind of obviously frightened?
No, most of them have scattered. I mean, the receptionist is kind of off-put by 2 counts, and you just kind of stand there blatantly talking about that after what happened.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
so she looks and she goes,
You guys go.
Go ahead.
Let's say you. And actually, Lysander would probably pick up on that. Like, sorry. He's sometimes a little difficult to. Well, anyway. Whatever he was trying to set up, I will handle it.
Okay.
I will oversee this. So.
Is there anything that you guys need to purchase before you leave today?
Grenades. That's right.
I make those.
Let me look around and see if there's anything I might need.
Okay. Well, she escorts you over to where they have it's a kind of a shop, but more like they're just selling whatever people have made that don't end up in a regular shop.
I'll just kind of look around and see if there's anything particularly that catches my interest. Or something that might be.
I was gonna say, is there anything just out of the ordinary?
So there are, now mind you, these are artificers, so they do make various magic items.
So, I want to note that Tarek is looking at the stuff, but what he is focusing on is he sees what it does, but then he's looking at the name underneath.
Okay.
Who made it.
Okay.
Honestly, Lysander will just be looking for something that, 1, he can use, 2, doesn't require attunement, and 3, just to kind of smooth things over.
I'm more looking for things that people that show promise.
Okay. So they have a couple firearms. They have a couple mechanical 2-foot tall servants. They have a couple rings. And then odds and ends of one is labeled as a crossbow of reloading, where it supposedly auto reloads itself, stuff like that.
I think my goblins have made you, and I kind of look down at your belt, something a little bit better than anything here so far.
Yeah, that's let me think what we Lysander does want a gun, but he's waiting for the Tarek special.
I don't need these peasant pellet guns.
It's in the works. I've got actually some ideas that might go on top of what you asked for.
Oh,
I feel like Tark would look at
Can
these
we-
and see them as BB guns versus what he has.
I was about to say, we'll talk about that later, but can we just turn it so it doesn't do that?
I'm sorry, I didn't actually hear you. What?
There's like, whatever you're working on, can we make sure it doesn't make, explosions so whole towns can hear them? That's kind of what I'm looking for, but anyway.
Well, yeah, that. Well,
that's what the silencer's for.
Rug.
We'll talk about that another time.
You have something more traditional.
Drew went poof.
Yeah.
I think Drew went to bed.
Yeah, he said he couldn't stay awake anymore.
Lysander, let's see. They said there's like mechanical clockwork servants of some kind.
Yeah, small little 3-foot tall clockwork servants.
What are we looking for price wise on that?
Those are a couple gold. They're not expensive.
What kind of quality is it? Is it just like rudimentally put together? Or?
So a couple of them are it will go and get things and come back. The most expensive ones that are 10 to 15 gold, at the very, very end, are gonna be you programmed to go do a certain set of tasks.
Lysander will get one of those. Just again to sort of, gesture of goodwill kind of thing. He'll probably find a use for it at some point.
So there's 3 options because there's 3 of them. You can buy one that looks like a humanoid-ish. It's got arms, it's bipedal, it's got a torso, and a small head with a light. You can buy one that looks crab-ish with crab legs and then pincers to hold things.
Okay.
And another one that seems to just be a floating orb that has little arms on it.
That sounds like Lysander's speed.
The last one?
Yeah, a little more exotic looking.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go over to the crab one
Give me one
and
second.
take my shield and see if it can hold up its weight. Because I know it's magical to me, so it doesn't weigh anything. But it is a giant tower shield made out of solid iron.
I don't remember how much that weighs, because I need to check.
Last time I asked, you told me it's magical, so it doesn't weigh anything to you.
So,
this says it only weighs 6 pounds.
Yeah, it weighs about 6 pounds, 6 or 7 pounds.
I just feel like something made out of pure iron that big.
So
would weigh more than 6
funny
pounds.
enough, they really weren't that heavy, man. Now remember, mind you, this is where I get nerdy about this. Shields weren't meant to last forever. So a magical shield, yeah, the reason it's so light is because it was designed as a shield that wouldn't last forever and it was made magical and it's harder to kill. Now, mind you, this thing is edge of leg to edge of leg is 2.5 feet and it's 18 inches tall. It can hold up 6 pounds easily.
I was hoping it was being a bit heavier. I needed something to test how much it can hold.
You could ask. He kind of looks over, is like, you can ask. And he kind of looks down at the name and is like, what's the name?
He don't know.
The name on that one is Gregerson. Gregerson.
You could ask Gregerson. I know he would have notes about how much that could hold.
Gonna kind of look up to whoever's manning the store. Can I?
I've noticed a couple of things, other
The
things that
receptionist is
Gregerson
like-
has made.
Yeah, I can go find them.
I mean, if you would, if it's not too much. I don't know how big this building is.
No, they go and they are gone for a little bit and they come back with an individual who's got basically goggles and then it's a head cover and then a bandana over their face and a kind of baggy clothes and goes, yes.
Couple questions.
Uh-huh.
First, what rank are you in this little hierarchy they got going here?
They pull out a card and hand it to you. They're novice 2.
Okay, next question. Why a crab?
They shrug.
I like this one already. How much can it hold?
They look around and they grab out a bag and hold the bag out to you so you can see how much it weighs.
He's not a talker.
It weighs more than the shield.
It's like
significantly
15,
more than the shield.
I like this. Man, in a few words, I love him.
Trying to think.
Well, it appears to meet your qualifications as far as that's concerned.
So they handed Rug the bag, right, for him to acknowledge that it's heavier than anything he's got on.
I'm judging that by looking at his face.
Yeah.
And doing that.
And then gestures to the crab, like give it to the crab.
I guess handing it to a claw.
Well, so like you'll set it you can set it down in front of the crab on the table because the crab's not moving right now.
Okay, then yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. Ow.
Gotta love it when that happens.
I do that all the time.
Hate it when it happens.
That's not fun.
Just inhaling liquid.
Yeah.
Worse depending on the liquid.
Oh yeah, especially
it's cider.
Soda.
It's cider, so it's not.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. No.
Yeah, that was not fun. Ooh. Okay. All right. I was like, I'm either gonna burp that back up, or it's not gonna be tasty very quickly. So you set it down, and this individual walks over and says something in a language none of you speak. The crab picks it up, and it can just hold it easily and move it around.
Is it good for equipment and/or sensitive items?
Person nods. Says some more words, and the crab sets it down and goes back to just sitting.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. And what else have you made?
He's gonna need a manual.
So,
Possibly, yeah.
Gregerson points to the crab. Obviously, there's a dagger. There's two rings, and there is a small, probably 4-inch tall by 2-inch wide little wooden catapult.
Any of them have titles on it, or just his name?
The rings have titles, and the dagger has just dagger of returning. I was like, what the fuck is the name of that thing that they can do?
I just imagine Gregor Polt. Gregor Poke for the dagger.
So one of the rings is Ring of Warmth. The other is the Ring of Telekinesis.
Gregor Lift.
And you said the dagger is returning?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna pick up the small catapult and hand it to him. What does this one do?
Puts it down, grabs on a notepad, writes something, and turns it towards you. It's a comment. It says, "Can't show you indoors."
I really like this one, Tarek. I want all of it.
Okay, it'll run you 25 gold for everything.
Wait, what do you bring a telekinesis? What? Okay.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna use all of it. I just want all of it. I like this kid.
Oh, that's already
Now, I'm telling you, that's what the label says.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Oh, gotcha. Got it. 'Cause I was just doing some research. That's why.
I will say, Lysander, while they're shopping, you are the individual that gave Tarek the paper walks up and says, "Just so you know, Gregerson's most of their stuff, such as like rings and pure magical items, as we would call them, tend to be temperamental."
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's not surprising.
So, on their last test, a couple of their rings worked only about half the time.
Good to know. Good to know.
Well, he kind of looks at them and looks at him and is like, "Was this something you had been working on for a while each time?"
That was one of those very, very quiet conversations with Lysander.
Okay.
Like, I'm the head of the guild saying that to the Count, just so that Count is aware what's going on.
Not the Count buying it, the other Count that's watching.
Well, because you're right next to Gregerson.
Okay.
Okay, he's a novice too.
But Lysander would just look at him, look at her. So, does he show promise? Or is
He shrugs and goes, "They're determined. I wish I could say that I knew what to do with them, but honestly, we've tried to give them all the resources we can and really don't know where to go from here. I think here, at least, Novice 3 is the highest that they'll get."
If they are serious about opening a branch in Ekron, I'll let Master Tarek decide whether he wants him. But I mean, determination is something we can work with. As are kitties that are adorable and want to be petted.
Well, she was mad because she was like, "I don't want to be flipped over," and now she's like, "Okay, I'm good because you're scritching me." So.
Scritches solve all problems.
Yep. So,
but
after that,
as I said, I'm not going to interfere in your affairs. But
yeah. At this point, it's the guildmaster nods and goes, "We just wanted to keep you apprised. Have a good day," and walks off. So,
thank you.
Unless you guys are gonna buy anything else, it is getting close to afternoon, evening at this point.
Yep. Lysander will buy his little orb servanty thingy, and figure out what to do with it later. He would like the manual though. Or
yeah, no, you get that. It's called a servitor.
I'm gonna wait to put these in my inventory.
Sorry, when you say servitor, I'm immediately thinking Warhammer.
Yep.
So
yep.
I bought myself a servo skull. Yes.
So what Tarek would like to do is to continue observing as late as people are doing things, which is going to be late, and then asking, is there a cot somewhere that I can just hang out?
Yeah, no, they have rooms that you can stay in. They've got there are people that are working there all through the night.
Yeah, I'm there to observe, kind of figure out who's who I like, like who would be better for kind of what's going on.
She's just grumpy. I know. All right, so everybody else makes their way back to the guest house, unless there's anything else anybody needs to do.
Nope. I think I can
do a quick something.
Okay, what's up?
Oh, I still. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Snow.
I did say that I wanted to look at one of their sword shops to see what kind of fancy swords that they would have.
So when you say fancy, are you talking magical?
Yes.
Okay, so they have a couple of those.
Specifically short swords.
Most of the stuff they have here for sale to, as they put it, civilians, is no more than a +1 sword.
But he's not a civilian, technically.
Technically you are, because you are not a member of the city guard or the city military.
That's fair enough. We can go back home. We can go back to our lovely little hidey hole.
This is kind of where, and the shopkeeper's up front with you, because obviously you're not from here. Like, the capital is very strict about your average person walking around with a giant Slayer sword. The outskirt towns, where adventurers hang out, less strict. Try some of those places.
He's gonna do like a sassy little. Well, the outskirts town doesn't have as good a quality of swords as you would have. Wouldn't you agree?
Depends. Some yes, some no.
Fair enough. And then we're out to the guest house.
I remember you saying that War had some ore and stuff there.
Yes. There has been shipment, like, because Ekron is in a place where you can actually like mine for ore. The capital city is not.
Can I go to the blacksmith shop?
I mean, you can go to any of them.
I want to go to all of them.
Okay.
Or, well, are they each individual shops, or does like one person in town own all of them?
They are each individual shops, because some of them do. There's one place that just does smelting and puts it into bars. One place that smelts them into rods. You know, bars are for weapons, rods are for jewelry, this, that, and the other, right? They all specialize in making different material from the raw ore. And some places do zinc, some places do tin, some places do copper, some places only do iron.
Okay, well, Del, basically what I want to do is I want to buy them out and expand. They could work.
So most of them are not gonna go for that in this city specifically.
Government contracts.
So there's that, as well as a couple of them are like longtime family owned. They don't want to sell out. Stuff like that. This is probably the one city here that they're not going to budge on this.
I might add, all of your stuff, as far as I could research and find, is better than anything here.
That's my point.
So a couple of them will, be up for talking about like better shipment prices because they buy from multiple vendors to get different stuff. If you can offer them better prices for, say, all of the ore that they get, they might just order from you.
Yes.
So, okay. So, you and I will discuss that later because that's a lot of the more, like, nitty-gritty, businessy math stuff. So.
I want to do that, and can I stay with loot?
At the Artificers Guild?
Yes.
You are not allowed to stay at the Artificers Guild because you are not a member of the guild.
What if I hang out with Tarek?
You cannot stay at the guild unless you're a member of the guild. They technically close to the public at a certain time.
Are they closed yet?
Coming up on it by the time that you would have finished your business talks.
How long of a process is it for me to have my guild?
Quite a while.
Damn it.
Mainly because you have to have a building, you have to have the guildmaster assigned, you have to have all the paperwork done.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Loot needs all this stuff, I mean, why wouldn't I be part of, his said guild? Somebody's got to front the money from somewhere.
Because right now, he does not have a guild.
How much money does he need?
He does not need anything for the guild because again, a building has to be built. The counts have to select a guild master. The guild master has to get there, file the appropriate paperwork, and then start building the guild.
Okay, well, I'll wait for it tomorrow then.
So, all of you get your long rest. Those of you that stay at the guest house are awoken again for breakfast and whatnot. And Wintergill is down there and goes, well, I'm getting ready to leave, so do y'all want to ride home?
Preferably.
That might be good. That might be nice.
Okay.
I mean, you
well,
did drag us here on the boat.
So in about 2 hours, we're shipping off. You may want to go and get your scientist friend. We'll put it that way.
Do I know that he stayed there?
I mean, you would have realized that he didn't come back.
Okay.
I got him.
Easy enough.
Where's the Wintergale? Where's the ship?
The ship. Yeah, the ship has not moved.
Okay.
I take it War and Wintergill are going to have that discussion on the ride home?
Yes.
Or do we have to recover? Do we have to we'll either find or actually, did Drew come back?
Yeah.
Drew
For
come back?
purpose of this, Drew did come back eventually.
Yeah, because it would have been so funny for Lysander to find him at the College of Glamour. Oh well. Yeah, no, Lysander will go hunt down Tarek and just say, "Yo, we gotta go."
We gotta go.
Got a ride to leave.
All right. I'm wondering if Willow finished the paperwork.
I don't know. I was waiting for him to come back around.
I mean, that's the question. Like, did you finish the paperwork? Like,
I mean, there's probably she's been writing for what? Probably a couple hours now.
mm-hmm.
I mean, there's probably hundreds and hundreds of things she's written down on there. Probably some repeats.
I gave her 910 gold.
How many doodles did she make on it?
A lot.
How many of the herbs were actually cheeses?
He said herbs, so I just did herbs.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it could be after an hour of writing, she could have gotten Gouda on the brain or something. I don't know.
I mean, she could have.
Right. So that list gets dropped off. Like, all the stuff has been dropped off that you guys wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And you are headed off back home.
Yeah.
Yay.
We're on the way.
So it is fairly uneventful on the way back.
No pirate attack start.
So
Okay.
y'all managed to hang on. Why am I getting a work message now?
How dare?
Oh.
Because why not?
If anybody was paying attention, I very purposely gave the scientific invention that may have been contested and whether or not they were allowed to keep it to the count. That could out wrestle anybody in the building.
Oh, as in you gave Rug the big ass gun. Okay.
It's not a big ass gun. It's the size of a handgun.
I know, but like you're not taking
big ass gun shit.
you're not taking it from him. Was the point?
I didn't try. I don't want that one.
It wasn't you I was concerned about. It was anybody else that was like, well, that's our materials. All right, take it from him. Go ahead, try.
Yeah, take it from me, snap.
I mean, honestly, that's what you should have done to it. But
well, I mean, we still have it, so we're gonna bring it home. He's probably gonna work on it, make it better.
You can.
I mean,
sounds like a plan. But...
You have a shoulder-mounted one, and this is doing quite well as a handgun.
Mm-hmm. My handgun one does also quite well.
Well, I didn't know what you and Lysander were planning.
So my handgun version is actually the way I've talked about it, but I've really only talked about it with Tide and maybe Dell. Part of it is on my forearm, and the other part is on here. So when I'm firing it, I kind of lock it into place so that everything is kind of connected. So I'm using my entire arm.
So, the real question is, right? It's about 10:30 here, and I know I'm starting to hit a wall. But it's been a day.
Iron Man.
Once you guys are back to town, what is the first plan?
I got a lot of paperwork to file.
Yeah. Lysander has a house to buy.
Okay.
Do you want to buy a house? You want to build a house?
I need somewhere to stay. I need somewhere to stay now that isn't the fucking tavern. You know, that doesn't really befit a count.
We have giant mansions.
You do.
You also have. Admittedly, there's a hole in it.
that one can turn into a mess
There's
hall.
a big ass hole in it, but there is a house.
There is a house that somebody may have lived in.
Blue.
Yes. You want the blown up house, don't you?
There's a little bit of repairs that need to be taken place, but you can totally take one of the rooms in there. It'll be fine.
While they're discussing houses, I will tell you that LD is gonna go to Sneur's mansion. Obviously, him and Sneur's mansion go visit Sneur.
Okay.
Check how he's doing.
Okay.
Waiting big.
You're waiting for what?
He said my name like 5 times, so I stopped. So
Yeah,
he could
big.
talk.
What were we saying?
I don't know if we lost him.
Do we lose you, Biggs? Maybe.
Possibly. Or might be something that we need to catch up on, and maybe the campaign only. If he's not able to respond, we can post it in there.
If his tablet died, I'm probably gonna laugh a little.
And Discord would fuck you on me, didn't it?
Oh, there we go. Now we hear
It
you.
went super bad. I was like, I'm waiting, and then nothing.
Okay. I don't know when you cut me off, so I'll just go through the whole thing. What got me
You
a little
said
more-
my name like 5 times, and then nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is the whole idea of like before we discuss, we should really discuss what we're gonna do with the Archduke's mansion, because I had my own ideas on that and wasn't gonna bring it up until we got back. So I mean, the whole turning it into a mess hall thing. First off, it's probably a big place. I mean, we could probably do that with part of it, but it's not the whole thing. And Lysander actually did want to restore it. So we could have a proper, seat of government. But for the more relevant, for the more right now thing, that's going to take time. I'm assuming. Del, back me up on this.
To restore the mansion, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be like a multi-month or multi-year process. So let's say need somewhere to live now. You guys
to restore
have
the
kind of
house, it's probably like a couple months, man. It's like,
especially if something that important.
The point is, it's not habitable now.
Mm-hmm.
So I still need. Lysander still needs somewhere to live now. Whether it be probably something temporary while the proper seat of government is restored. But we still need some. You guys have land. Lysander doesn't. That's the problem.
Okay.
And he just doesn't. No. Something I've kind of mentioned to Del before, but I don't know if you guys have picked up on it. Lysandre's not a particular fan of taking handouts. he usually does the handing out. He likes to do things for himself when he can. So that's the whole logic here. So.
Okay.
Call me crazy, but he just doesn't want to live out of a tavern for 2 months while he's while he's part of nobility. It just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You guys got your big old mansions from something that he wasn't involved in, but he has to figure it out for himself. So whatever, figure it out.
So, with that all in mind, as you guys kind of start to settle back in, and return to what we'll consider normal life, we'll kind of call it there as you guys are getting all settled back in, landing and reintegrating into.
All comfy and cozy.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say comfy and cozy. You guys are adventurers after all.
Oh, something will hit the fan at some point.
Oh, I've got some ideas of what I'd be doing next, but
Though actually,
until next time.
Del, interesting question.
Hmm.
When we get back, how do the locals react?
Right when you get back, I mean, they're like, okay, cool. There is a herald that does announce that 4 of you are now counts and you are responsible for this, and they're like, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's obvious they already kind of accepted that you guys get to. It's your problem now, but now it's official, right?
Yeah.
So.
Just curious.
Yep.
There's not like a big hooray, or just like oh okay, and we're like oh yeah whatever it's Wednesday whatever.
I will go ahead and say that those of you that are counts, the tricky part will be I will now have to ask you like, what kind of tax rate are you expecting in this city, right? A couple other minor random things that you guys, as a group of counts, now have to set for this town.
And you also get to tell us what it was previously.
I can, yes. Also, remind you, there is a way if you guys could effectively tank the morale in the city by raising the tax rate too high. It's possible.
It's possible, but we can raise taxes for the city versus other vendors more than we can the inhabitants. Like if imports are coming in, especially from certain areas, we can tax them more than we tax our people.
We'll work that out.
Yeah. So yeah. I was talking about the tax rate of like your citizens, right, versus import tax.
All I'm hearing is our DM is now playing Civ 5 with all our players.
What is that? I'm good at Civ 6 then, huh?
Yeah. What is the current tax rate, or what was the current tax rate of?
He has to figure that out.
I have it. I will get it to you guys because that's in a different folder.
I was going to say I think this is not the time or the place for that.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end it there. I have found a random D&D page to raid. They are called Pandemonium TRPG. Sorry, I had to read that again. So, we'll find out. So, wish them all the luck on their campaign. Thank you for hanging out with us with all of the shenanigans once again. And yeah, we will see you next week for more shenanigans.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Really?
Bye-bye now.
Bye, guys!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.